Let's talk business now. Airtel Uganda has been around for quite a bit of time. Of course, previously it was Celtel, then it became Zain, and now it is Airtel. And this afternoon I speak to the Airtel Uganda Managing Director, that is Anwar Soussa. Good afternoon, Chief.
Good afternoon.
You have been at the helm of this company for exactly a month now. You became MD on 1st June.
Correct.
2016. What has that been like for you so far?
No, it's fantastic. The company is a great company. It's growing in leaps and bounds, and the team is fantastic. So as far as I'm concerned as an MD, that's the best situation to be in.
Generally, there is a challenge with the business community. Business is slowly but surely going down. You'll hear from many companies, they're cutting down on costs and several other happenings. Big players, business players in this country, many of them are struggling. Some have had some of their businesses closing and the like. Does this concern you at all?
Of course. I mean, everybody at the end of the day is our customer. From our business perspective, the one I guess glitch is that as you grow, even if the market's slowing down, it's a little bit difficult to see that the market is slowing down, as everyone around us says. However, we feel it, but I don't think, due to the fact that we're doing as well as we're doing, we don't feel it as much as I think most others.
All right, you say you are doing as well as you are doing, and some people will say it is probably because of the pricing, the cost of data, the cost of phone calls in this country. It's relatively high if you're to compare to many a neighbor. Is there any plan to have this change in any way?
I think the reason we're doing well is because we are the value brand at the end of the day. We're the big value brand. In Uganda, it's not as expensive as everybody is. I've worked in 6-7 different markets. Pretty much everyone always says, you know, we're the most expensive place in the world. It's not the case. Uganda is actually very aggressive in terms of the pricing. However, even locally, we are probably the more aggressive brand. So what's happening though is that most people are going into bundles, and that's bringing down their effective rate of communication, which is how much exactly they spend. So we are becoming more affordable by the day.
What's the phone call business, so to call it, like? Because you talk about data and things have changed. You know, people no longer use text messages as much. They do WhatsApp calls, they do WhatsApp for text messages and for phone calls as well. How is that affecting the other bit, the traditional, if you like?
You see it on a daily basis. The voice revenues are dropping. They're dropping almost on a month-on-month basis, which I think applies for almost every single operator in every single country. However, data is exploding. People are using data for absolutely everything. As you said, they're using it to message, but they're also using it to stream videos. They're using it for education. They're using it to communicate with people abroad. So data's doing well, and it will continue to do well.
Let's talk a bit about the SIM card registration. We did roll out that here in Uganda, and of course there were challenges. We like to do things last minute. Some complied rather. The other day we did a story, and on the market there are still, some telecom players, that are not adhering to this. You buy a SIM card and you can get to use it without, having to register it.
Correct.
How is that going for you as Airtel?
We're doing very well. I'm sorry, but we have been doing very, very well on so many fronts, and this one is probably one of the better fronts. Airtel, in this particular case, is the good student or the favorite student. We have the best systems. People can come onto our network and they register, and then they can use their devices almost immediately, and in the same time being compliant. So we've been doing very, very well. We just hope that all the players do the same that we do.
All right, so 1 month down as MD of Airtel Uganda, you clearly have just begun your journey. What's your plan?
No, our plan really is just to make sure that we achieve a position where we're the network of choice, which I think we're very, very close to achieving it. We have to focus on the customer experience. We've grown in terms of revenue, but now it's all about service, and we hope to get there.
Is the number shooting up of clients, customers for that matter?
Very much, very, very much.
What do you think would explain that? Because people will tell you we're struggling financially, so you'd expect that to plunge?
I think A is because we are the value proposition in the market. B, I think our brand is becoming so much stronger. And C, our services are also becoming very, very good. If you look at our network quality, if you look at our services, they're becoming, and you look at the quality parameters that are associated with that, I think we're probably the best.
Competition, there can get to be quite a bit of that, depending on what the industry is. For you, it is telecommunication. What's that like? At some point, you were at loggerheads with a particular player, and you were getting aggressive, and they were doing that too. What's competition like?
I think competition in Uganda is always aggressive. I mean, you have a lot of operators in the market. You have some rather big players in the market as well. But competition's healthy. It keeps us on our toes, and it's made us so much better, and it will make us even more better. But don't forget, we're a company that's around in so many different markets. Competition is what we do. We're the best.
unsolicited messages. Many a user of a phone will keep complaining about that, you know, from various telecommunications companies. These messages about this, upload this, or whatever the case might be, text messages it is. And sometimes they can be a bother. Are you people working on rectifying that at all?
Yeah, we
are.
You
know the biggest culprits, there are others that are a lot worse, but you know, Airtel, sometimes you get that too.
It's always a problem everywhere, but we are looking at how we can do, you know, better at managing that as well.
Okay, so what should your clients expect from you for, say, the next 1 year? Anything in the offing for them? Sometimes you do some of those, I don't know, load this amount and you get free this, free the other. They look out for those, and sometimes they don't come. Anything in plan of the sort?
No, you can imagine that we're going to remain very relevant in the sense that we're going to keep the market excited about our projects and our services. We're going to be launching extremely high-speed internet in the rural areas. We will continue getting more aggressive in terms of pricing. And I think our customers are always going to be happy, and that's why they're coming to us to the extent that they are. So I suggest that you hold on and you'll see very, very exciting things coming through.
All right. Anwar Soussa, Airtel Uganda MD, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Sure.